On September 8, Buckingham Palace announced the news that the Queen had passed away at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. The news was announced in a statement that read, "The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow." The royal family is set to have many changes in the days following Her Majesty's death at the age of 96, including dividing her net worth and the homes she amassed over her long life and 70-year reign. According to the source, the monarchy as a whole is worth £76.5 billion, with the Queen worth a fraction of that figure. On her own, Her Majesty is thought to be worth a still pretty impressive £389 million, according to the New York Post. With some of that money inherited. She received £74 million when her mother died and a further £10 million from her husband Prince Philip upon his death in 2021, reports the publication. A large bulk of her income also originated in the Crown estate. The monarch gets 15% of the profit of the large property estate, which once belonged to the monarchy and is worth nearly £8 billion, and that income will now pass directly to her successor, Charles. A separate and completely private income comes from the Duchy of Lancaster, another land and property portfolio, which is held in trust for the sovereign. It makes about £20 million a year, and that, too, will pass to Charles. "The big question is who she left her money to," said Angela Levin, author of Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, From Outcast to the Future Queen Consort. "Did she leave much to Prince Andrew or Prince Harry? Do they deserve it?" She added to the NY Post. "Prince Charles will have plenty of money once he becomes king, so it is likely that the Queen looked after all her other children and grandchildren in her will. It's been widely reported that Andrew is the Queen's favourite son, and it's likely she's set aside some portion of her fortune for him," said royal commentator Josh Rom. "But there are other children, Anne and Edward, as well as their children too. She'll have wanted to look after all of them. As for the many grand houses and palaces, we are now likely to witness what has been called the Game of Homes, with many of the royals moving and Charles shuffling the cards in terms of who lives where." The publication adds that he will obviously get priority, with Prince William and his son Prince George getting second dibs. Charles' siblings are unlikely to be much affected by the changes. Prince Andrew took over the Royal Lodge in Windsor after the passing of his grandmother, while Prince Edward's home at Bagshot Park belongs to the Crown Estate and he is also likely to stay put. And Princess Anne was given her home, Gatcombe Park, by the Queen. Safe to say, some people are set to become a lot richer given the Queen's passing. How the Queen chose to divvy out her personal wealth while still alive is a matter that will be now overseen by her family and lawyers. However, certain elements of royal inheritance are known due to tradition. Once King Charles III takes the throne, Prince William will inherit the Duchy of Cornwall, a private estate always owned by the first son, and now first child, of the monarch. Founded in 1337, it covers 135,000 acres in England and manages all the area's landholdings. It generates around £20 million in private income a year. The details of the Queen's will are likely to be made public on the royal family's website, as the Queen Mother's was. In May 2002, the will of the Queen Mother was published on royal.uk. It read, "Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother has bequeathed her entire estate, which mainly comprises the contents of her houses, to the Queen. In her will, she asked the Queen to make certain bequests to members of her staff, and these bequests will be subject to inheritance tax in the normal way.